Greetings, fellow knowledge seekers. This is your friend, Teacher Sam, here to guide you through a fascinating topic. Today we're going to explore the pros and cons of two very different lifestyles, city living and countryside living. This comparison will provide you with a broad perspective, helping you to understand the different aspects of each lifestyle. Our first stop is the bustling city. One of the most significant advantages of city life is the vibrancy. City centers are always abuzz with activity, offering a plethora of bars, clubs, and restaurants for your evening delights. If you're more inclined towards culture and arts, cities have you covered with cinemas, theaters, concerts, and art galleries. Another advantage is job opportunities. The city teems with diverse job prospects, catering to a wide range of skills, educational backgrounds, and ages. City living also offers convenience in the form of facilities and shops. From local eateries to international franchises, the city offers a smorgasbord of options right around the corner. Last but not least, city dwellers benefit from well-connected public transport. Whether you prefer cabs, buses, or your own car, cities provide a myriad of transportation choices. However, city life has its own set of challenges. Cities can be crowded, noisy, and at times a bit dirty. Pollution, both air and noise, can be more severe due to the high volume of vehicles. The cost of living is another hurdle. From renting a flat to dining out, city living can be pricey. Cities also tend to lack a strong sense of community. People are often engrossed in their own lives, making it harder to form close-knit relationships. Lastly, rush hour in the city can be quite stressful, with everyone seeming to be in a hurry, and traffic jams being a common sight. Now let's shift gears and take a leisurely stroll through the countryside. The countryside offers clean, fresh air and a bounty of fresh fruits and vegetables. The sense of community is much stronger in the countryside, making it easier to form connections and friendships with neighbors. However, countryside living has its own set of challenges. For one, there might be a lack of lively activities, especially in the evenings. Public transport is often scarce, making it necessary to own a car for commuting. Additionally, job opportunities and facilities might be limited in the countryside, which can impact one's lifestyle. In conclusion, both city and countryside living have their unique advantages and disadvantages. City life offers vibrancy, job opportunities, convenience, and transport facilities, but also comes with challenges like pollution, high cost of living, lack of community, and rush hour stress. On the other hand, countryside life provides fresh air, a strong sense of community, but can lack in activities, public transport, and job opportunities. The choice depends on one's personal preference and lifestyle needs. With this knowledge, you are now equipped to make an informed decision. Until next time, this is Teacher Sam, signing off.
Human activities, from pollution to overpopulation, are driving up the Earth's temperature and fundamentally changing the world around us. The main cause is a phenomenon known as the greenhouse effect. Gases in the atmosphere, such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and chlorofluorocarbons, let the sun's light in, but keep some of the heat from escaping, like the glass walls of a greenhouse. The more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, the more heat gets trapped, strengthening the greenhouse effect and increasing the Earth's temperature. Human activities, like the burning of fossil fuels, have increased the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere by more than 1/3 since the Industrial Revolution. The rapid increase in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere has warmed the planet at an alarming rate. While Earth's climate has fluctuated in the past, atmospheric carbon dioxide hasn't reached today's levels in hundreds of thousands of years. Climate change has consequences for our oceans, our weather, our food sources, and our health. Ice sheets, such as Greenland and Antarctica, are melting. The extra water that was once held in glaciers causes sea levels to rise and spills out of the oceans, flooding coastal regions. Warmer temperatures also make weather more extreme. This means not only more intense major storms, floods, and heavy snowfall, but also longer and more frequent droughts. These changes in weather pose challenges. Growing crops becomes more difficult. The areas where plants and animals can live shift, and water supplies are diminished. In addition to creating new agricultural challenges, climate change can directly affect people's physical health. In urban areas, the warmer atmosphere creates an environment that traps and increases the amount of smog. This is because smog contains ozone particles, which increase rapidly at higher temperatures. Exposure to higher levels of smog can cause health problems such as asthma, heart disease, and lung cancer. While the rapid rate of climate change is caused by humans, humans are also the ones who can combat it. If we work to replace fossil fuels with renewable energy sources like solar and wind, which don't produce greenhouse gas emissions, we might still be able to prevent some of the worst effects.
So what is empathy, and why is it very different than sympathy? Empathy fuels connection. Sympathy drives disconnection. Empathy, it's very interesting. Teresa Wiseman is a nursing scholar who studied professions, very diverse professions where empathy is relevant, and came up with 4 qualities of empathy. Perspective taking, the ability to take the perspective of another person or recognize their perspective as their truth. Staying out of judgment, not easy when you enjoy it as much as most of us do. Recognizing emotion in other people and then communicating that. Empathy is feeling with people. And to me, I always think of empathy as this kind of sacred space when someone's kind of in a deep hole and they shout out from the bottom and they say, I'm stuck, it's dark, I'm overwhelmed. And then we look and we say, hey, you climb down. I know what it's like down here, and you're not alone. Sympathy is, ooh, it's bad, no. You want a sandwich? Empathy is a choice, and it's a vulnerable choice, because in order to connect with you, I have to connect with something in myself that knows that feeling. Rarely, if ever, does an empathic response begin with at least. And we do it all the time. Because you know what? Someone just shared something with us that's incredibly painful, and we're trying to silver lining it. I don't think that's a verb, but I'm using it as one. We're trying to put the silver lining around it. So, I had a miscarriage. Oh, at least you know you can get pregnant. I think my marriage is falling apart. At least you have a marriage. John's getting kicked out of school. At least Sarah is an A student. But one of the things we do sometimes in the face of very difficult conversations is we try to make things better. If I share something with you that's very difficult, I'd rather you say, I don't even know what to say right now, I'm just so glad you told me. Because the truth is, rarely can a response